story, America's favorite pastime, maybe not leaving Pawtucket after all.
The real estate mogul looking to revive McCoy Stadium and bring baseball back there is set to meet with city leaders later this morning.
Yeah, it's a big maybe, though.
Yeah.
12 News reporter Erica Ritchie live in Pawtucket right now. So tell us, what do we know about this upcoming meeting, Erica?
Well, okay, Pat, good morning. That meeting expected at 11 o'clock this morning here at McCoy Stadium with city administrators. Unclear if the mayor is going to be part of that conversation today, but he's already indicated to us he thinks this may be too late a request.
I think there's a sincerity that they want to, keep McCoy and the historic McCoy. The question is, can they? And if they can, then we have to have further discussions. But right now, it's really trying to make sure they understand the impact.
All right, so when Mayor Donald Grebien says can they, he means financially. Back in 2017, an architecture report indicated it would take about $68 million to renovate the stadium. So fast forward now to this post-pandemic high inflation era, and Grebien estimates that number to be closer to $100 million. That's what he wants billionaire Stefan Soloviev to have a full understanding of before deciding if he wants to proceed or if he's even able to proceed with buying McCoy Stadium. In addition to that, Pawtucket voters already approved a bond referendum that would allow a new high school to be built where McCoy currently sits. So bringing back the stadium would have major implications on that project and cause a hard pivot that would likely have to bring voters back into the conversation. So this certainly has more legs than just this great idea for nostalgia. Coming up next half hour, we're going to hear more from Mayor Donald Grebien. He's going to break down the numbers for us on what the city has already invested in the high school project that's supposed to go up over here, and why he says he does not want residents of the city to begin to panic that they're going to pivot on the project. We'll see you back here 30 minutes from now with that part of the story. For now, live in Pawtucket, Erica Ritchie, 12 News.
And looking ahead now to later this morning, that's when city leaders in Pawtucket expected to sit down with a billionaire who wants to bring baseball back to McCoy Stadium.
His request came out of the blue earlier this month, but it could be too late since voters already approved a new high school to be built there.
12 News reporter Erica Ritchie live at McCoy Stadium this morning, and the city has already poured a lot of money, Erica, into moving forward with this high school project.
Yeah, how does $3 million sound, Pat? That's how much the city has already spent on engineering specs and design of the new high school that's slated to go here where McCoy Stadium currently sits. So the mayor's not very optimistic they could start from scratch, meaning that any new plans, if they were to redevelop this here to make it a baseball stadium once again, would have to accommodate the high school as is on a new location here in the city. So it was last November that voters here in Pawtucket approved a $330 million bond referendum that would allow McCoy to be torn down in order for a brand new unified high school to be built on the roughly 23-acre site. To now entertain billionaire Stefan Soloviev's idea of halting that project in order to bring baseball back to McCoy, Mayor Donald Grebien says would first require serious conversation about a new location for the proposed high school, which he says he's willing to have and he's willing to listen, but he does not want to send mixed messages to his constituents.
I don't want anybody to be upset and get nervous that we're walking away from the school, right? If for some reason that there's something great that happens and we have to look at it, but I think before we even get to that point, we're trying to get the family, both Stefan and his son Quentin, and their folks to understand the impact and the cost.
And presumably that'll be part of this morning's conversation here at McCoy. That meeting scheduled for 11 o'clock this morning between city administrators and the Soloviev family. Of course, we'll keep tabs on that, and we'll bring you the latest update on what transpires at noon. That's the latest live in Pawtucket. Erica Ritchie, 12 News.